and welcome back to my channel. I always feel like such a twat saying that, I don't know why. So it's been a while. I'm fully aware that I have not uploaded on this channel for a very long time. I'm not happy about it, I'm pissed off at myself, but I'm going to explain what's been going on, where I've been, how I've been doing, and I just want to have a big fat chat, okay? About mental health, about life, just update you on everything, and then I can resume some vlogs, you know? I just feel like I can't just not film for however fucking long it's been and then just be like, anyway, so hey, spend the day with me. Like, no, like, let's keep it real, okay? Let me tell you exactly what's been going on in my life, because that's what this is for. This is a nice, like, release, okay? A release of everything on my brain, because I'm not in therapy at the moment, okay? I probably should be. I probably should be back in therapy, because this is basically my therapy. So, where do I bloody start? Do you know what? Grab a drink, grab a snack. This is gonna be a long one. Excuse the fact that I'm just gonna be drinking my protein shake. I've been really enjoying protein shakes, which is crazy because I used to hate them. I used to be such a hater. It's because I only had vegan ones, and vegan ones were just rank. But now, oh my God, I'm really, really enjoying it. Like, this is a honeycomb vanilla one or something. Just tastes like ice cream. Like, it's so nice. I don't know if you'll be able to tell from this video. I'm just not myself. Like, I'm just not myself at the moment. And I'm trying to think, like, when was the last time I actually uploaded on this channel? Probably like over a month ago. Not looking good, is it? I was so consistent as well. I was doing so well. But you know what? Life happens, and mental health is no joke. We've all got mental health issues, haven't we? Let's be real. We've all got something going on. I am definitely, like, I've never been diagnosed with any actual mental health issues, but like, I definitely have them. It's just one of them things where, like, I've never asked a therapist to tell me what my diagnosis is. We talk a lot about, like, depression, anxiety, things like that, but I've never, like, had someone say, this is what you have. Do you know what I mean? But I probably shouldn't self-diagnose, but, like, if I was to self-diagnose, I definitely have periods of time where I sink into depression. Also, I do think I have a bit of a bipolar tendency. I don't know if you can even say that. Like, because I don't know if I have bipolar or not. Whenever I think about my mental health, it's so up and down that it does feel very bipolar-esque, if that's a thing. I do think I have these kind of manic highs and these really low lows. And I think also that comes into me as a person. I feel everything very deeply. Like, I think I am very empathetic, and that therefore, I don't know, like, when something's sad, like, it's really devastatingly sad for me. And if something's really happy, it's like I'm manically happy. I'm very impulsive. I'm very, like, I don't know. I do think I am a bit bipolar, honestly. Basically, my mental health's been pretty rough recently, like, I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, I can be very up and down, and that's what's hard about me, is like, when I'm on a high, it's like, yeah, I want to be filming everything. I want to be, like, putting myself out there. I'm thinking about my future. I'm caring about myself. But then there's so many times where it's like, I don't give a fuck about myself or my life or my future or anything. Like, and I get very insecure, and I get very anxious, and I don't want to leave the house, and I don't want to speak to anyone or see any friends or do anything. I don't want to eat, or I want to eat too much, or, like, it's just, I don't know, I'm very all over the place. And I think recently I've just been really checked out of my own life, if that makes sense. Like, I've just been really on the back seat of, like, I don't want to do anything. Like, I just want to do the bare minimum to exist. But I don't want to live my life fully. Like, it's just, I don't know. And I've been really anxious. Like, I think I've just been really struggling with leaving the house, which is something that I have struggled with a lot in my life. And I think it's going to sound really weird, like, to explain it to someone who doesn't get it, because sometimes when I say to Tyler, like, oh, I've just not been able to leave the house today, he's like, what do you mean? Like, it's hard to explain to someone who doesn't get it, but it is, I don't know, like, it all started for me when I was in school, definitely. Like, when I was getting really, really badly bullied, like, I just never wanted to leave the house unless I had to, because I was always scared about bumping into someone that I knew from school and then them like bullying me even worse on Monday morning because of something I don't know, it was like, I didn't want to give any opportunity for anyone to like see me at any other time than school. And even then, like, I didn't want anyone to see me at school. So I was just very like socially, I guess I just always wanted to be at home because that was safe. But then actually when I think about it, being at home wasn't safe. It was far from being safe. Like my childhood was pretty rough and home wasn't safe either, but it was safer to me than being outside. So that's definitely where it stems from. And this is the thing, like, this is why I struggle with therapy so much, because I'm so self-aware. Like, I know why I don't want to leave the house. I know all of the steps and all of the things that would make me feel better. I know what they are. I know I can do them. So it's like when I go to a therapist and I say like, oh, I didn't leave the house this week, I know instantly what the therapist is gonna say and I know what they're gonna suggest that I do. I'm like, yeah, I already know that. Like, I don't know, can anyone else relate to that? Where it's just like, when you're a bit too self-aware of like, I know where all of this stems from. I know why I have all of these issues. I know all of the things that I need to do to fix it, but it still doesn't like work because I know what I have to do. Because I've been told that something will make me feel better. I'm like so stubborn that I'm like, that didn't work. I think it's stubbornness. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm not really in therapy anymore. Well, it's not like the main reason, but I'm just like, every time I go to therapy, I'm like, I already know what you're gonna say. And then the therapist is like, so what am I gonna say? And I'll say it, and then she's like, yeah. So what now? And then she's just there like, yeah, what now, I guess. I mean, obviously, like, there's more to it. Oh my God, something's in my eye. What do you do when you're that self-aware that like therapy isn't really working? Do you know what? Do you know what I think I should do? EMDR. It's the eye thing. I think that's actually probably what I should do. I think I'm over like just talking about my problems and my feelings, because when I talk about them, I'm like, what now? Literally, what now? So yeah, I think it's time we branch out and we try something else, because clearly I've still got issues in my brain that need fixing, but nothing's really working. On the topic of trying new things, I seriously think I'm going to go through with potentially getting an ADHD diagnosis. Now, ADHD is something I feel like everyone always says all the time, like, oh, I have ADHD, I have ADHD. And I'm one of those people that's like, I've got ADHD, but I've never actually been diagnosed with it. And as a kid in school, all the teachers were like, ADHD, like, to a T, ADHD. And like looking back on my childhood, I can 100% see like why they would have thought that, because I was genuinely like the very stereotypical ADHD child. But as an adult, I've always been like, nah, I don't have ADHD anymore. Do you know what I mean? I've always been like, nah, I think that was something I had as a kid maybe, but I've grown out of that. Like, I'm not really like that anymore. The more and more people I meet with ADHD, the more and more I look into ADHD, the more I've started to think that I definitely have it. Like, every single thing is like textbook me. The reason I kind of went through a phase of thinking I didn't have it was because I always had a very like stereotypical view of it. I just used to think that it was when you're super hyperactive, you just can't concentrate. That's what I used to think. I used to think, oh yeah, people with ADHD can't concentrate, they can't sit still. And yes, that is often the case, but with ADHD in women, adult women, totally different. Like, it is, not only do we mask, I say we because I'm like basically self-diagnosing myself, but you know, a lot of the like symptoms are not the stereotypical ones that you see in boys, you know, like the hyperactivity and the can't concentrate and stuff like that. It's very different in women, and the more I look into it, I'm like, oh my God, that's literally me. And I wonder if that often doesn't help my mental health and doesn't help me with my productivity, you know, the way I struggle with putting things off to the last minute, the way I struggle with getting things done, the way I struggle with friendships a lot. Like, I'm 26 years old, I basically have no friends. Like, that's not normal. Like, I don't know, it's not like, there's just so many things. And I actually started to write a list in my notes of all of the things that I do that I think is linked to ADHD. And every time something will come into my head, I'm like, I write it in, so let me find it. And a lot of people say, oh, there's no point in getting diagnosed unless you want to go on medication. And I don't necessarily do want to go on medication, but I think there is more to it than that. Like, I think it can help answer a lot of questions. I think it can also help get more support in certain areas. And I also think if I was to try the medication route, like, I'm very anti-medication, but then at the same time, it's like, I only know my brain at this level. Like, what if I take medication and I'm just like, oh my God, this is what it's like to actually think in a different, like in a normal way. Why wouldn't I try medication? Even if it was just for a few months or something. The camera might have slightly moved, but these are just some of the reasons why I think I might have ADHD. And the reason I'm doing this is because I need advice, I need help. If anyone out there is watching who either has ADHD, has been recently diagnosed as an adult or as a woman, or knows a bit about it, or thinks they might have ADHD, like, I'd just love to know, because I've heard that the process of getting diagnosed can be quite a lengthy process, and I'm all for doing it, but I also want to know like whether or not you think I should do it, because I think I should. But anyway, as a child, I was very attention seeking, very disruptive in lessons. I couldn't sit still, I couldn't listen. I was very restless, very irritable, and I just could not stop talking. Like, and it wasn't even, I genuinely could not stop myself from talking. I knew how bad it was, and I knew I was getting in so much trouble, and like, I'd be so scared of getting in trouble, yet I genuinely couldn't stop. It was actually uncontrollable for me, and I know that sounds like I'm being dramatic. I just couldn't stop talking at all. I would sit there and talk to myself out loud and get in trouble for it. And if you know me well, you'll know this. Like, I have such an intense, like, deep, like, hate for injustice. Like, it's been something that I have cut friends off. Like, friends that I've had for years and years and years, I've just cut them off when I've seen any slight hint of, injustice. Like, so something happening and people just standing by and not doing anything. Like, it's one thing that, like, that might be something that someone doesn't like, but like, for me, it's like, genuinely, it's this overwhelming sense of like, I can't stand it. And anyone who does that in my life, or like any sense of that, makes me so like unreasonably angry, and so like unreasonable to the point of like, I'm never speaking to that person again. And apparently that's a huge thing in ADHD, like not being able to stand injustice. And it's that, when I found that out, my mind was blown, because that's always been something that I've been like, why am I so passionate about this? Why do I get so worked up about it? Like, it's not a normal reaction to have, I don't think. And apparently that's a huge thing. Always like really needing the sense to speak out, like not being able to keep my feelings in when I see that, basically. When I love something, I become hyper fixated and hyper focused on it, like obsessed with certain things for short periods of time. So for example, the food I eat the same meals every day for forever until I don't want to eat them ever again. Like, when I have a new hobby, like that's all I can think about, that's all I want to do. When I'm reading a book that I love, I genuinely won't eat, drink any water, or go to the toilet for hours and hours and hours straight, because I'm so obsessed with my book. When I'm doing uni work, it's like, it's one or the other. It's either like I can't concentrate on it, or it's like I can't not concentrate on it. And that was always something that I never knew was ADHD. I used to think, oh, I don't have ADHD because I'm so good at concentrating. But actually, no, it's that hyperfixation, like that not being able to step away from something that is so classic ADHD. I just never knew that it worked both ways. And that's me. Like, I've literally given myself a UTI before because I've been so engrossed in a task that I haven't gone to the toilet all day, and then I've given myself a UTI, which if you have had one of those, I'm sure you have, it's hell. It's that level of being hyper-focused that was like, this might be a problem. But then also, if it's something I'm not interested in, I can't focus on it. And I thought that was just being selective with things. Like, oh, well, no one's going to be able to concentrate on something that they're not interested in. But it's not true. It's in one ear and out the other. Like, if someone's talking to me about something that I'm not interested in, I just really, really can't concentrate on what they're saying, and it's just noise to me, and it's really, really hard to focus, and I have to really try. And then one of the other things, which Tyler literally hates me for this, I have never, ever been able to control interrupting someone when they're speaking. And I know that sounds silly. It's something that I've really worked on for my whole life. Like, I will literally have to bite my tongue and be saying to myself, like, don't interrupt, don't interrupt, don't interrupt, don't interrupt. And I still interrupt because I can't stop myself from finishing someone else's sentence or blurting out what I want to say. I just think that people won't believe me, and they'll just think like, oh yeah, but you could stop yourself if you really wanted to. I can't. And I'm 26 years old, and I've tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. And it's always been something that I really hate about myself. And I get really embarrassed about it, and I really like beat myself up about it. Especially if I'm like around new people, or like I'm in a sort of professional setting and I do it, I'm just like, why the fuck did I do that? Like, that's so annoying and like rude, and just, why do I do it? And I can't stop myself, and it's just like this, it's just a default like reaction, like I have to interrupt and I have to speak, and I fucking hate it about myself. And it's genuinely something that keeps me up at night when I'm there like replaying conversations, and I'm just like, why do you constantly interrupt people? It's so rude. And my whole life I've got shit for it from people. Listen, if I wish I could stop doing it, and I really can't do it. And as soon as I started Googling it one day, it was like ADHD. I was like, I also think like some of my intense reactions and like the way that I feel emotions so deeply, I think that that's part of it. Like, just having extreme reactions to things, being very dramatic, you know, crying very, very easily and often, and just feeling things very deeply can also be quite linked to ADHD. I also talk a lot, like hyperactive talking when I get really excited about things, and just talk. As you would know, I don't shut up. Like, I literally can't shut up. Also, like, I'm a big daydreamer, which is nice, but it links into that like not being able to concentrate. Like, if I'm sat there like in a meeting, I'll just be daydreaming like all day. When I'm at work, all I do is daydream, and like, yeah, I don't know if that's an ADHD thing, but apparently it is. And then also like depression and anxiety can really link into it as well, and like having low self-esteem, which is definitely something that I have. And yeah, I think it just kind of, a lot of these things like feed into each other, and it all just kind of like makes sense. Leaving tasks to the last minute, classic me. Doing all my work the night before it's due, classic. Like procrastinating, just, yeah. Struggling to complete tasks, so like starting lots of different things but having them unfinished. There are so many things that I'll start doing and then get distracted and start doing something else, get distracted, start doing something else. It's like when you start tidying your room and you think, right, this will just take 20 minutes to blitz, and then 3 hours later you're sat there on the floor like doing a puzzle or listing everything you own on Vinted, and you're like, what did I actually start doing? Because now I'm doing 10 different tasks, and like, you know, when it all just gets a bit all over the place and it ends up taking you the entire day to actually just do one thing because you've started doing a million different things. If you know, you know, okay? That's all I'm gonna say on that one. Making friends quickly and losing them just as quick. Never knew that this was an ADHD thing, but apparently it is. I don't struggle to make friends. Like, I'm okay socially, okay? I don't know. Like, I can make friends. I can ask the right questions. I can be interested, and I can get along with most people. I have good social skills to an extent. Even if I'm dying on the inside, I'm good at masking, and I'm great at making friends. However, I lose friends very, very quickly. I don't really have any like long friendships ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, I make a friend and I lose them. because I cut people off most of the time, and I am bad at being a friend. Like I'm bad at keeping in contact. I'm bad at meeting up. I'm flaky. I hate that about myself. I'm not proud of it. I don't like it. I also really struggle with friendships. Like genuinely, I really struggle to form them like deeply. Like I can make friends with people on surface level, but like to make like a strong, deep friendship with someone, no, I find it really, really tough. And then the other ones I have listed on here is high stress levels, like rushing everything that I do. Like I don't do things at a normal pace. I'm always doing things at 2 times speed. Like I walk ridiculously fast everywhere. I'm rushing every single thing I do. I'm always like at this high stress level. Like that's where I'm comfortable. That's where I sit. And the other thing is being overly sensitive. Like I think that feeds into the feeling my emotions very deeply, but I'm also extremely sensitive. Like, and being sensitive is great. Like it's not a bad thing if you're sensitive. Like it's a lovely thing to be sensitive and to feel your emotions, and that's a great thing. But sometimes overly sensitive and taking things personal that don't need to be personal, just getting myself very, very worked up. I don't know, I just think there's probably even more things that I just can't think of, but those are just like some of the things that I've written down over like the past few months that I'm like, yeah, I think I have ADHD. So I think I am gonna go down that route just because why not? Like I may as well explore it. If I don't have ADHD, then I don't have ADHD, that's okay. Like I'm just like pretty convinced that I do, and if I do, then I'd like to explore my options of like more support, maybe medication for it, just trying something to help my brain, because I don't want to go on antidepressants, like I really, really don't, but maybe some sort of anxiety medication, or maybe ADHD medication, or I don't know, maybe I need to just find another therapist or do some EMDR, or I need something, okay? I need something. If you have any suggestions or any tips, then please feel free to comment below, let me know what you think. The other thing I wanted to talk about is my running. So as you would know, I'm on a running journey, okay? I'm trying to get into it. Let me just have another sip. I'm thirsty, all this talking. This protein shake has like crunchy, like biscuits in it. Sounds really weird, but it's so nice. Every now and then you just get a little crunch. It was like a random like limited edition one from my protein, but it's actually really nice. I'm still running. I'm enjoying it. Some runs are a million times better than others. Obviously, I think that's just normal. Like some runs I go on are hell on earth and I hate every single second of it. And I'm like, why the fuck did I do this today? Like this is miserable. And sometimes I go on a run and I'm like, I feel like a fucking main character right now. I feel unstoppable, I feel amazing, I feel really strong and really fit and really great. And then other times, like 1 kilometer in and I can't breathe. Like, I just don't get it, but I'm sticking with it. And I've been really consistent now for a while. So that's good. But like, you know when people just say, oh, exercise is so good for your mental health? I don't know if it is. I don't go on a run and feel any better mentally. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it too much and thinking that exercise will solve all mental health problems. I think that's what it is. And I'll go on a run and be depressed and finish my run and still feel depressed. And I'm like, ugh, what was the point? But I think it's good, like I'm pushing myself. We're about 5 weeks out now from my race. So not, and I still haven't ran a 10K. Like in terms of like my plan, like running coach still hasn't got me to run 10K. The maximum I've done is like 8 kilometers. So I'm like, at what point am I gonna actually run the distance? I'm a bit worried about that, but just gotta trust the Garmin, trust Greg, my coach, my virtual coach. I've never actually met Greg. I'm sure he's a lovely guy. I hope he's real. But yeah, we just gotta trust in Greg, okay? And if he thinks I can do it, then I shall. At the moment, I am making progress, but it's very, very slow progress, very small bits here and there. I think I just thought that because I was a newbie that I'd get really quick results, because they do say that like you have newbie gains, like when you're freshly getting into something, like your progress is much more dramatic, much quicker than when you've been running for years. But my progress is still baby steps and I think that's fine, but it's just, I think I thought I'd be doing a lot better than I am by now. I'm not gonna quit, okay? And that's the main thing. Let me update you with like some of my last runs. My current 5K PB, sub 30 minutes, guys. I did it. I mean, it did almost kill me. I can do a 5K in under 30 minutes. I will be wiped out for the next few days, but I can do it. My furthest run was, yeah, 8 kilometers at 6:30 pace. So we're doing good. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do 10K in under an hour, but I think with like on the day with the crowd going. But on that note, the other week I went to my first ever run club, which is very scary. And I did actually go with a friend because I would not have gone on my own. They really wanted to go. And I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll come with you. And it was not something I ever really had any interest in doing. But then when they suggested going, I was like, yeah, fuck it, this will be good for me, like push me out of my comfort zone. We went to this run club and oh my God, it was, honestly, I hated it. I didn't hate it because I loved who I was with. We had a great time, but the whole club as a whole, I hated, if you know what I mean. It genuinely felt like a cult. It was all full of like straight men. They were all very like laddie, like yeah boys, hey. And like they were chanting at the beginning. I don't want to say what run club it was because I don't want to bash the run club. I don't, and if you love going to that run club, then absolutely go you because it's amazing. Anything that helps you with your running, like amazing, okay? And I don't mean to bash it, but fuck me, they were literally chanting. Every 2 seconds there was a camera in my face. And like, when I'm running and I'm sweating and I'm bright red, do you really think that I want an Instagram of me posted on their page? It was just a bit much, do you know what I mean? I'm like, I would just rather go and do this on my own. I think it was very much like a social thing. Like it was very like influencery and like people were there like taking photos and like dancing. But as soon as I came back, I did actually get a PB though. So, I mean, that's a slay. But when I came back, I was like, there's gotta be better run clubs than this. Like it was just very intimidating. That's the word, intimidating and scary. And there was so many people, like it was huge, but it was just, the men were just it was just intimidating for me. Like, I don't know, I don't like being around that many men at a time. It's just like too much. And I was just like, oh, I should do my own run club. Like, just for the girls, you know, like just like wholesome, smaller, girls only. We're not gonna chant on microphones. It's not this, it's just like, if you don't want to be on your own and be lonely, then you can come along. I made the Instagram because when I came up with the name, I just thought, let me just take the Instagram handle because it's such a good name. I didn't want anyone else to have it. So I've made a TikTok and an Instagram, but I've not posted anything yet. It is called, drum roll please, Run Like a Girl Manchester. It's gonna be a run club for the girls. I'm gonna launch it very, very soon. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm literally just gonna post a few TikToks, a few Instagrams, and just be like, I'm gonna be running every day at this time, every week at this time in this place. If you wanna join me, you can. No pressure, there's like some of the run clubs out there are like, you know, we support anything from a 4:30 pace to a 7-minute pace. No, there's no rules with my run club. Like, you can run or walk at any fucking pace you like, okay? You can just come along just to feel like you're not on your own. That's what I want it to be. I just want one that's, and like, I know there are other run clubs out there that do a similar thing. I just want to start my own. Like, why not? You can never have too many like safe spaces for girls to come to. And that's what I want it to be. I just want it to be like a very safe space. Just girls, nothing intimidating. We're not going to be shoving a camera in your face every 5 seconds. We're not going to be chanting on microphones. You haven't got to run to a certain pace or else, sorry, you can't make the club. It's not clicky, it's not bitchy. It's just going to be very, very chill. And I think I'm going to do it every single week on a Tuesday evening. So if you do want to come along or you're interested, please follow the page. It's Run Like a Girl MCR for Manchester on Instagram and TikTok. And yeah, I'm going to start posting very, very soon. I just think it'll be a nice new like focus for me and like hopefully build a little community. But I want it to be just like, I don't know, just like a safe space and just like make some friends that are runners, because I don't really have any friends that run at the moment. Like, and I'd love just to have a few other people that are into the same thing as me. I feel like that's quite a nice place to end the video actually, like talking about something a bit more positive. my run club. All I've done is rant about my mental health and the fact that I think I have ADHD, and that's just it really, innit? I literally put makeup on as well for this video because I've been so fucking insecure about my skin at the moment. I've just gotta do something about my self-esteem. I'm hoping that because I've got a bit of makeup on and I've like made an effort, it'll actually encourage me to go out the house today. Honestly guys, it's been rough. If you're watching this, I hope that you're having a good day, and I promise I'm gonna start posting more. Whether or not you care about me posting, I don't know, just for myself, I want to be more consistent. And hopefully onto bigger and better things, and my run club hopefully will be a new fun thing to focus on. And I don't know, I'm hoping that now like the weather's getting better, my mental health will start to improve, because I definitely also think I have seasonal depression. What's it called? Seasonal anxiety disorder? That sad thing, I definitely have that. It feels good to like talk about how I've been feeling and get it all out there, and yeah, I'm gonna start posting more regularly. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling now because my camera literally keeps stopping recording because I'm talking for that long. Life's just been a lot recently, but things are looking up. I've actually got a new job that I'm starting soon. That's gonna be really, really fun. Weather's getting better. I just really, really hope that things start getting better for me mentally. I guess this is just like, hopefully this helps. If anyone else out there has been struggling with their mental health, you're not alone, okay? We're all going through it pretty much. And really hard, especially when you're like dealing with things on your own and like you don't have a huge support system around you. It can be really tough. Thank you for watching. If anyone's watched this video, I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all soon for another vlog, hopefully a more positive one. Yeah, bye.